So, time to do another video diary. And guess what? More bad news. Well, I mean, it's not truly terrible news, but given all of the other things that are going on, it just feels like one more thing. God, I wish I could make a video diary talking about something nice. The bad news is additional fallout from my band's disappointing gig last week. I mean, sure, Matt stood me up, which for me was the biggest issue, but we also played really badly and may have just completely ruined our one and only chance to make a splash and establish ourselves in our city's music scene. And a lot of it was my fault. Yeah, I wasn't the only one to blame. All of the guys messed up their fair share too, but I definitely made a ton of mistakes I need to own up to. And I know I could have done so much better, but my head wasn't in the right place. For the whole show, I just kept thinking about Matt standing me up, and I couldn't focus. Couldn't get my mind off it. Which would be fine at another time, but right in the middle of our very first gig, it was a disaster. And I've invested so much time and energy into this, and the band is very important to me. So I feel so guilty about screwing it up. And I forgot how seriously my bandmates take this. Way more seriously than me. Like, if I thought I took it hard, I completely underestimated how they'd react. We got together a couple days after the gig to practice and talk about what went wrong and what steps to take moving forward. But apparently we weren't calmed down enough to do that. It didn't take long for everyone to start yelling at everyone else and blaming everyone. Normally I steer completely clear of conflict, but I was just so upset, so overwhelmed by everything else going on in my life that I got right into the middle of it, and there were lots of raised voices and accusations, and some were made at me and I made some, and I was actually really worried that this was going to be a big enough fight that the band was going to split up. But I was so mad that I still kept fighting and making it worse. God, I used to pride myself on having a cool head. What happened to that, Emily? And eventually, everyone said their piece and got everything onto the table, and luckily no one said anything that was unforgivable, but there was a couple times it was pretty close. By the end of it, everyone had calmed down and made up, and it wasn't long before we were talking and joking around like normal, or at least kind of like normal. You can still feel the tension under the surface. I really hope things improve and that the band stays together, because it's one of the last positive things I have in my life right now. I'm just going to try so much harder.